What is going on, everybody? My name is Julian. I just wanted to bring a quick video for you guys. This is just to kind of help you guys out if you're struggling. I'm struggling for sure, but I just wanted to give some. I was going to show you guys 4 attacks, maybe 5 if I can find the next one. On common bases I see in Legends League, which you guys should see in Legends League. I have an account was resetting at like 5400, 5300 ish. So like right outside top 5k, and then I have 2 others that are doing awful. So this is the first attack. It's that like ISO core base where you're everything's pointing at the town hall, so they're trying to bait you to hit it from like up here somewhere. Yeah, I got it. I got some cool little technos for this video. So most of these bases are set up pretty similar. Somewhere down here is going to be your Tesla bait, so you can't just quickly invis, and get the fireball here. There's going to be some Tesla bait, so you are going to have to deal with it. It's pretty simple to do. I'm going to start this video, start the actual attack. I'm going to speed it up a bit here, just so I can get to this part where I place the warden down. Here we go. So here we go. Those are the 2 Teslas. 4 Teslas pop out. I use furnaces. I quickly invis because I don't want to deal with the long shot yet. I want to make sure we get these Teslas down first. And then I go ahead and rage because I don't know how much damage the long shot does, and was scared that it was going to take it out. This is my first mistake here. I don't place my earthquakes quick enough, so you'll see in a second here. I wait too long. Builder Hut heals this, so this doesn't actually go down. It gets to like 1 health and stays up, and that's fine. And then the rest of this attack is pretty simple. You want to start your warden or your king up top to set that funnel for you. RC is gonna come and help here and work its way up. I normally try to pop my ability right around this point, just so I don't have to actually fight the multi-gear cannon, and King should have like this taken out and should be close to up here, so snakes will start coming this way as well. So that's what I'm gonna start. That's what I do for this attack. Obviously, if you don't have an ice block, you might need to do a little different of a setup, but regardless, this is kind of the same. As long as your meteor golems stay inside these, like this set of walls right here, you're kind of set, because this is where all the big damage is going to go. Clear that. And then as you can see, we do get that revenge tower down. I do overgrowth this backside fire splitter because I just can't be asked to deal with it. I actually didn't pop RC ability yet. Here we go. I just pop RC ability. It's roughly right outside of mono range, but mono's targeting my main core of troops here, so it's not too big of a worry. And then I'm just gonna speed up the rest of this attack because there's not too much else going on. I kind of waste my headhunter. I place it. I mean, I could have placed it like down here somewhere, but multi-archer tower would have taken it out. But yeah, I mean, this is like a base I see a lot in Legends League right now, and I wouldn't say it's crushed, but I'm definitely doing pretty good against it. My Spirit Fox is still alive, Archer's still alive, healers are alive. I had some Meteor Golems popped up, but yeah, that is my first base I see pretty often in Legends League. Let me get into base number 2. Alright, this is attack number 2 here. I'm gonna let it play until I place down my warden, but this base has been around for a while. I've seen it a lot. I think they might have tweaked it a little bit or something, but back when this base first came out, I used to hit it from like 6 o'clock here. I would place like warden here. You would clear this little section, and then you would just like 1, 2, 3, 4 invis. You hit core, but I started having issues with like, because I tend to go this way. I would have issues with my Archer Queen going out like that, or everything coming this way, and this Fire Spitter hits you, and my Queen would be stuck here fighting long shot minion prince or try to go that way. So I was having a lot of issues. So once stuff like that starts happening, you kind of have to start adapting. And my version of adapting is starting up here at 12 o'clock. It just seemed like quickest fireball, in my opinion, like the easiest amount. But normally I bring 2 furnaces here. This attack I don't, but I've noticed in most attacks nowadays, you need to be burning that rage pretty early into the attack, especially if you need to get that deep fireball. And normally I bring an ice block, but I was trying a different army comp that uses more of a log launcher today, so I didn't have anything to get that deep fireball. And what I've been doing personally when I don't have the ice block is I just use things around me, and the thing around me right now is this ice golem. So since my warden's stuck on this ice golem, I overgrowth this compartment, which honestly, in my opinion, was worth it, because one invis wouldn't have done enough here, and because I need to get all the way down here, I need to burn my invises. So I do have 1 invis left here, but honestly, 1 invis I don't think covers that section, so I opt to burn the overgrowth, and it ends up being the right move. It gets all the way to crush the center core. Obviously, the earthquakes here, if you're using a army that does have an ice block, normally I walk, like my normal furnace army, you would send a super barb or something here to take that out, and you would at least destroy this, because then this is an easier, like 1, 2 or something, and then you just have to invis this because you're close enough to this multi-inferno that's right here. But yeah, and then obviously the rest of this attack is pretty similar. I think I'm trying a log launcher in this attack. I don't think I switched to troop launcher. And my log launcher, yeah, there you go. My log launcher comes in right behind the fire spitter. You have to be careful with that multi-gear cannon. But yeah, like I was saying, I think this army, or I've seen this base since the start of Town Hall 18. I can't remember who built it, but if you guys do know, let me know in the comments. But yeah, my old strat for hitting from the bomb hive just wasn't working anymore. And I really like this log launcher because it does set my funnel pretty good. King didn't have any issues trying to come inside the base, which is nice. And RC's still alive, getting inside the core. I'm thankful my troops weren't dumb this time and actually stayed in the core and took things out that way. But yeah, I can go ahead and start speeding this up. The rest of this attack is pretty similar to how you would hit it normally. There's nothing much else to do except pop your king ability at some point, which I really didn't think I needed to do. I think I had enough time, but yeah, there you go. This is base number 2, and let me show you guys. All right, this is base number 3. I did switch accounts here because I was looking through my replays and I didn't really see any bases that you see that often. But this base you're going to see some version of. This one has CC up at like, I don't know, 12:09, somewhere over here, 10 o'clock-ish, I guess. But you might see a different version with CC over here. And I think Bomb Hive, somewhere different. But yeah, this is, you're going to see this base. You probably ran into this base several times. This is, I guess the walls are underleveled. But other than that, this isn't that underleveled of a base. I tend to start up here at 12 o'clock. I use furnaces, like I said. And then one thing I do that I think would be kind of important is I pull CC almost right away. So obviously you see I burn 2 archers to pull the CC out of here, because if you wait till the back end to get this CC, like, it's here for a reason. Ice golem, 2 ice golems freezing your troops around a multi-gear cannon and monolith, plus like long shots in reach right here, you're gonna see like your troops are gonna die really fast. So I tend to pull them early just to get them out of the way while there's nothing hitting my warden. Like right now it's just an expo. With the expo I'm gonna be fine here. So we're gonna take down these troops. Overgrowth, I can't remember where I saw it. I honestly think, hold on, I'm gonna skip until I find it. So I was watching, like, I think it was PJ on some, I can't find the actual Discord, but it's some Discord that I was in where he was helping, like he was giving like a free session basically on how to hit certain, not certain bases, but how to utilize like your spells and stuff better. And he was using overgrowth. That's why if you like watch some of my streams and stuff more recently, I'm using my overgrowth more to help funnel or like help get ready for this invis. So there's too much on this side over here to waste invises on, and to clear this section and this section, or like I guess I would have to clear this and then waste, let's see, I could probably get 1, 2, and then say I clear these 2, I would need 3, and I still invis over here just in case. That's 4 invis. That's a lot of utility that I'm wasting just for my fireball. And if I waste all of those right now, I have nothing left for the back end of this base. So I waste my overgrowth, and I still burn these 2 invises. I honestly don't think I needed to, but better safe than sorry, I guess. So that's how I get this fireball to the core. After that, like I said, the attack's pretty simple. And then since I pulled DC already, I don't actually have to worry about anything outside of this multi-gear and monolith combo hurting my troops. Like, I don't have to worry about it being stalled or anything. So I'm gonna speed this up here. Archer's kind of low. The only concern you have when doing overgrowth, and my personal opinion when you overgrowth, is this Rico cannon is gonna, if you're not quick, it's gonna pull your queen normally that way. So the best overgrowth is like legit placing it right here, which gets these, I think, like that. And you either fireball and take this out before you place your troops, or you invis this as well, and then you don't have to worry about placing these invises on the back half, which is what I started doing to avoid what you're going to see happen here, which is half my troops go up, half my troops go top, and then my rest of my troops go bottom. And since everything in the middle is basically done, I didn't think it was necessary to put a log launcher. So Meteor Golems go to the middle, and then, like I said, the rest of this is pretty simple. I pop RC ability here. This base is really crushed. I still have a spell. So yeah, this is absolutely crushed. I hit this base like this almost 90% of the time now. I will say, some people have been retrapping these bases, and there's a Tesla farm up here sometimes. So when you're doing like, so on this base, if you were to like look at it when you're attacking, you can see, oh, it doesn't show me here. So like normally like you could see like where your troops are allowed to place. Like there's a huge gap here that you're allowed, like you could place your warden like almost here. You have to, when you're doing this, like there can be a red bomb farm, like for your healers and stuff. Like make sure to place your Tesloon first and then your warden, or else you're gonna have a really bad day because people are starting to retrap this. And if you drop your Tesloon here and four Teslas pop up, you have to make the decision yourself. Are you gonna still place here, or are you gonna go somewhere different? This entry you could do from any corner, but it's just a little easier to get rid of this Tesla or CC and everything first. So like 4 Teslas pop up here, like boom, 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 boom. Like you can make the call to be like, well, I guess I'm gonna start at this corner, or this corner, or this corner. The strategy is still the same. Like if you were to start at this corner, you're gonna take this out. You probably don't even need to waste a rage, and then you overgrowth. It's probably same spot here. It gets this, and then 1 invis, 2 invis, and then I personally, for safety, yeah, I personally for safety would probably get like that and those 2, so 4 invises, and that hits core. Or you walk to this archer, multi-archer tower, and since overgrowths last a while, by the time you get through here, I'd probably place my overgrowth, and then you can actually start hitting this multi-archer, and then that's only 1, 2, 3, and you're hitting. So yeah, just different things to think about. Definitely use that overgrowth, and then I'm gonna get into attack number 4. And if I can find a 5th attack, I'll use it. If not, final attack. All right, coming into base number 4 here. I honestly, I think this base is starting to die out, which fair enough, but I do see it quite often. You honestly even see it in normal wars. So, oh. For this base, it really doesn't matter. I always either start from 12 or 6, but I don't know if you guys pay attention to this that much. I kind of implore you to, but when I'm attacking, I always check to see what heroes I'm going into. So here, I personally don't like dealing with this king alone. This king is super beefy, even at 101. Like, this queen's 105, so she does more damage. But I feel like the queen's easier to deal with. In my opinion, just real quick, the easiest, like, if you have the option, like, say all 4 corners were the same, I would always, almost always, go RC first, easiest hero to take out. And then I would go queen, number 2, king 3, and absolutely, if I have no other option, say this is like the easiest fireball, I guess I'll go into the MP. But I hate going into the MP. MP get like minion prince, like I swear to God, it's like 3 shots. He could be level 60. I don't care. He does so much damage. Even though he got nerfed, he still does crazy damage. I just refuse to go into that attack. So, this attack's pretty simple. Once you get these, like, these bases are starting to come off meta. The core, these like kind of big core bases are kind of getting easier to hit for a lot of people. So, base builders have stopped doing it. What they're trying to do now is like, I'll try to show you an example here without leaking. I'll show you one of my failed attacks and just show somebody's base. Because at least then I don't know who the base builder is. But for this base, like particularly, or like similar style, like this ring invis core, you just want to clear this compartment. I'm using furnaces. I don't know how many more times I need to tell you that. if I wait a couple of seconds before I launch this fireball, this burns. This isn't a fall. So sometimes I personally prefer waiting to get rid of this. I don't know why I didn't on this one. Maybe I didn't rage properly, because I did waste my rage, but I don't have this taken out. Normally it's just 1 invis, 2 invis, 3 invis, and that goes deep. But here I'm gonna have to waste 4, which is fine. But there you go. Air defense goes down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. And then me personally, I dropped a Meteor's totem spell because, dude, that scatter shot, like, side note, while this keeps going, scatter shot is so scary. For it being only Town Hall 17 version, so scary. But yeah, like I was saying, I personally like to deal with this area at the very end. Most people haven't switched the traps from what I've noticed. The Tesla farm is down here. That is just something, yeah, there you go. This is something you figure out with time. I think it's to bait the fireball here to not get the to get the CC, like you'll just fail it. So I've noticed that. Long shot's kind of an issue on this base. I place a totem spell in front of it because, gosh, it's annoying. But yeah, this, after you kind of get that deep fireball, this base is pretty crushed. I'm gonna try to find like a spread out base, even if it's not as common, just to try to give you guys an idea on what to do with those bases, especially if you're using like a similar army to me where I prefer that deep fireball. Sometimes most of the time now, especially in the higher leagues, you're not going to find that value. So let me go and find a base, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is going to be the final base. This is more of a style than an actual base. This is that, like, kind of spread out where there's like no huge value. So right away when I start looking at like a base like this and that like 30 seconds you have to attack, is the first thing that sticks out to me is I don't want to deal with a back end revenge if I don't have to. So this kind of cuts out like this quick fireball up here, and coming from one of these corners can be fine, but the way I prefer to do fireball, or at least for this Meteor Golem army, is if I'm like, say I come in from this 3 o'clock side here, right? And I come here and I fireball and I get rid of this area. Well, it makes the most sense to go this way, because what's the point of setting this funnel if you're just gonna walk around it, and then your like troops get iffy, right? So that doesn't make sense to me. I could come from up here, but honestly, how I look at it is this seems like it's gonna be baited, and although I don't think it ended up being baited, this just seems like the easiest option. I could tell you that there's probably a Tesla here somewhere, so quick fireball, probably not going to happen, but the long shot's covering most of this area, so I doubted that he was going to have a crazy fireball or a crazy like bait down here. So my idea right away, I'll tell you, was 1, 2, and get this fireball here. That way I can get rid of the scatter or fire spitter, and I could get Town Hall real fast and then work my way this way, and then hopefully get this revenge tower before it levels up too much. So I execute very poorly if that's a statement. So I eventually, whenever this starts going, I right away place the Tesla, because I was going for a quick fireball without having to fight this long shot, just to see if there was an invis. Boom. I invised incorrectly. I wanted, so I was going for the spitter, which was a more bold invis, but I wanted this invis. You see how that covered all three? This one didn't. So in that panic, I had a re-invis, which then lost the invis on this. So my fireball was awful. As you can tell, I just say whatever, you know, we ball and just have to start the attack normally. With bases like this, while we kind of start here, with bases like this, you're gonna have, like, if there's 0 value, like on those other bases, it's like, oh, like my lobster's too buttery, you know? Like there's so much value that you're okay with taking like 50 seconds almost to get to that fireball, because at that point, like, there's really nothing else stopping your troops. And although meteor golems are slow, they have enough time. That 2 minutes is enough time for them. So when there isn't that crazy value like that, you have to make your fireball quick. Another side note, when you're getting rocket loons out of the CC, like especially if like you're warden walking and it's coming for your warden, if like right here, if I place a totem here, they go to it. So it gives you enough time to like save your warden. So let's click play. I invis my troops to try to defend from this revenge tower. Because I didn't get the fire spitter, it's causing like major problems for me, but I think I'll overgrowth it here in a second. I'm gonna put this on 2x. The rest of this base is kind of like, you know, simple. Oh, and like I was saying earlier, how I was talking about, I imagine there's a Tesla farm up here. Look at, there's a Tesla farm up here. So if I try to put like that Tesla loon down and I saw that, like I would have to put my warden down and deal with it and then start walking, which is not exactly what you want to do on a base like this. Like you kind of want that fireball to go. So I finally overgrowth. I think a lot of my troops are still alive. King died at some point up top, but that's fine. RC's about to go down here, which is very unfortunate. Oh, she actually stays up. And then yeah, the rest of this base is pretty simple. It's just mainly that fireball value that you're gonna see. And then quickly, I'll try to show you one more base. This base isn't gonna be a 3-star because I suck, but I'll kind of give you guys an idea of how to do it. So let's get into that. Okay, so quickly, just before this video ends, this is another like similar base where like everything's spread out. So like if you want a fireball here, like when I look at this base, my only options for a fireball, like this is too deep. So like my opinion, like your best fireball is gonna be here. Here, just to get rid of this. Like personally, I would try to get to this rage tower, because then I could take this out, I could take this out, I could take this out. But I make a couple of mistakes here. Like I was saying earlier, I don't have like a tier list on heroes of which I want to attack. Like I'm not going through it again, but you know, boom, ooh, queen, king, minion prince. That's like the tier list of like what I want to attack, least favorite to least favorite. So realistically, I should have started here. Why I didn't was I was scared of the sunbeam, which I really shouldn't have been, because like 3 super barbs would take this out. So I do start on this left side. So let's just 2 times through it real fast. Jesus, how long did I take to start my attack? Here we go. So furnace is down, warden down. I do a quick fireball, like I said. That isn't actually terrible value, but whatever. Our queen is down, like really low, so it's actually not that big of a deal. But here is kind of where I start making my mistakes. Actually, no. This is exactly how I would attack this base. How'd this fail? Oh yeah, bad spell placements. I finally placed our C down. He's a little delayed. King is already basically dead because I waited too long for my hunter to come in. But yeah, like, with a base like this, you just, like, with these spread out bases, your best bet is going to be to, like, if you're using Meteor Golems, obviously, is that quick fireball, obviously on either one of the sides. This just comes, this is a time fail. No, this, I don't actually know. I think this might be a fail. Let's find out. This was a fail, like I didn't get the 3-star. I know that for a fact. Oh, fail. Nah. Fail? Time fail? Fail. Yeah, so it just comes down to a time fail here. I think there was a couple of things I could have probably done a little better, but the main point is, like, quick fireball, just cheap and easy, and then make sure you're spending your invises correctly. Hopefully I'm gonna keep practicing these style of bases so I can probably bring another video like this. I actually really enjoyed making this. If you guys did like this video, thought this was helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have been putting on my channel. It means the world to me. I've been having a lot of issues in Legends League, so I haven't been posting much, but I am streaming pretty often. I just finished my semester, so it's been a little hectic for me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Love you guys. Goodbye.